What's up YouTube, Joe here from Zephyrwargames, and I'm bringing to you guys a deck profile for post BT22, and that is, for the first one, honestly, it had to be Omnimon. It had to be the Nokia dot deck. It's the one that I had been the most excited for playing, not only because I enjoy the general DNA Omni deck, but I also just naturally enjoy Nokia's character from Cyber Sleuth. I found it to be a really fun character, and when first getting into the card game, I just loved the BT5 Nokia Tamer as a Greymon player. And so yeah, when BT22 was being a Cyber Sleuth set and had Nokia support and just gave it her own deck, like fully that works and is in theme and everything, I had to try and put it together. So before I get into the profile and everything, just to quickly say that some of these cards are proxied, as unfortunately this my locals has had a big delay in getting BT22. Like, we literally haven't even had our pre-release yet as of recording this video, which is been really sad. But we're getting that done soon, and so hopefully the cards should start flowing into my locals and I should be able to pick these cards up properly. But I didn't want to wait in getting out this profile, so I had to proxy print. Though a big shout out to my mate Chris, as he did give me a good few of the commons and rares so for this deck. So again, big shout outs to you, Chris, thank you very much. Yeah, so before I get into the profile, if you enjoy, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding the notification bell, because if you enjoy personal content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. All of the support is greatly appreciated, and thank you guys so much for doing so. So let's get into the profile. So this has been bouncing around. I've been bouncing around the Omni deck with our fellow member and good friend Alex as well, as we have been like just bouncing around ideas for the general Omni deck as like just for a good while. So, and just also looking at profiles on YouTube and just again my general understanding on like how the deck works. This is my first draft build of the deck. Obviously, as the cards start flowing in and I start practicing this deck properly IRL and make further updates and changes, there will be updates in that as well, whether it's from me or if it's from Alex. So you'll definitely be getting Omni updates as we go. So to start off with, we got Coromon from BT14. This is still the best egg in terms of Coromon for the deck. You can go into a more Cyber Sleuths build if you want to and play the CS Sunamon from 22 if you want to go down that route. But I'm personally trying out just a more purist kind of like build to also go in theme and support the other cards in the deck that can't evolve on Sunamon. They just give good value, so we had to move away from the CS trait with Sunamon, so we're sticking with the core one. For the CS cards, we're playing 4 copies of the BT22 Gabumon and 4 copies of BT22 Agumon. One of these is just being proxied kind of with a good old art for BT5. Yeah, so we play 4 and 4. These cards are just absolutely phenomenal and just literally almost alone just support the deck so much. So if you don't know what these cards do, as they are nice and brand new, so Gabumon is a on play. Look at top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Omnimon in its text and a card with CS trait and among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. They can evolve on a Sunamon for 0 or a level 2 CS trait for 0 as well. So it got a in archetype evolution, and it has an end of turn DNA inherent, which is absolutely amazing. Like both of these have the end of turn DNA inherence, which is absolutely phenomenal. Just keeping on theme from the good BT17 rookies, so you don't miss out on that end of turn DNA, whether you're moving even away from the old Omnimon's aces and that kind of stuff. It just gives you much more flexibility in terms of your plays, and I'm really glad that they kept these inherentables for these rookies. For the Agumon, it has a similar evolution requirement, 0 on a Coromon name and also on a CS trait. And it is an on play to return a Digimon card with Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon in its name from your trash to your hand. So it's a vast improvement from the BT17 one where it had to be a start of turn. It's much more flexible. You can commerce very well with the new Nokia. You can commerce with other cards like the EX4 Tamer, Ty and Matt. You can just do a lot more with these rookies, which is absolutely amazing. So we have to max out on these. Absolutely, just no buts. I am though still playing the old ones, so I'm playing 2 copies of Gabumon, 1 copy of Agumon. We just really need that inherent for end of turn DNA, so I'm going for a 2-1 split on this. I really want to try the Gabumon. I've just been seeing a lot of builds just like prioritizing Gabu over Agu for the extra draw and that things of that nature. So, and we have also a lot of other Agumons in the deck that we can use, so we just naturally need to have more Gabumons in the deck, and this is just literally the next best one. Unless you're going with the CS route, where then you can play the EX4 Gabumon as it is a black, and it can evolve on black. So, Gabumon, if start main, if you have a Matt Ashida in play, you can draw a card and a turn DNA, and Agumon is starter main. If you have a Tamer with Tai Kamiri in its name, you can return a Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon from trash to hand. Really strong rookies, still really nice rookies, and still utilizable. For the other Agumons, we're playing 2 copies of the Adventure Agumon from ST20. It can warp into a War Greymon if either your opponent has a 10k or more Digimon on your field, or if you have 3 or more total Tamers, 3 or more total colors among the Tamers you have in play. It can evolve into a War Greymon for 4 memory. It has inherent reboot. Just a nice way to climb up into your stacks. You can climb up into any of the War Greymons because it ignores Digivolution requirements. So you can evolve into the new 22 War Greymon or the 17 War Greymon, and you can pop the evolution to evolve a Gabumon to War Greymon. Something I never really thought about until looking online, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out, is 2 copies of the BT21 Agumon. So this is the Owen Dreadnought Agumon, as people like to call it. So it's an on-play, return a Digimon card with the Reptile or Dragonkin trait from trash to hand. So yes, obviously you can add your War Greymons, but because it can add a Reptile, it can actually add all of your rookies back to your hand. And you can just do some really nice combos with Nokia with this in this deck, thanks to this card, where you can just Nokia start and main play this, as we get to her later, grab back the Gabumon from trash off this effect, and then play Gabumon. So then you can just start doing your entire DNA combo off that. It does have an inherent of plus 2k on your turn, which does help your Omnis survive in battles against things like a Royal Knight's deck. The last 2 rookies in the deck that I'm trying out is just 2 copies of Ukamon. Just an extra form of searching, a nice way to choke turn 1 if you really are going first. It's just a nice way to get into your further cards. You don't have to play Ukamon if Ukamon's really not your style. And even then, I might see myself changing it for other cards, but I'm just going to try it out for now just to see how it goes. Moving on to the level 6s, we don't play 4s, we don't play 5s in this deck, so if you are new to the game, this may seem very weird, but it's just literally just how this deck plays. It literally warp evolves. So we're playing 3 copies each of the BT22 Megas of Metal Garurumon and War Greymon. So they both can evolve on a CS trait or tribally on a Garurumon and Greymon, respectively, for 3 memory. But you're literally going to be warping these cards, as they have a hand main effect. If you have Nokia in play, your corresponding rookie can warp Digivolve into the Mega for 6 memory, ignoring Digivolution requirements. So Metal Garurumon can go on a Gabumon, and War Greymon can evolve on an Agumon. Metal Garurumon is a when Digivolving, activate one of the effects below. One of your Agumons may Digivolve into War Greymon in hand, ignoring Digivolution requirements and without paying cost. Or you can return an opponent's Digimon at the lowest level to the hand. Inherent is when attacking if you have Omni in your name. Omnimon in your name and suspends. And War Greymon can warp Digivolve a Gabumon into Metal Garurumon, or it can delete an opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP when Digivolving. Both of these cards are absolutely phenomenal. I really love the artworks on these as well. They really are just paying homage to how they are in the video game. Loving the backgrounds on all these Cyber Sleuth cards. Like, it just really... Cyber Sleuth of other Digimon World 3 is literally my favorite game in the Digimon franchise. And so I'm really enjoying this set. And for the rest of the level 6s, I'm going to try a toolboxy kind of style with the Megas. So we're playing one of the BT17 Metal Garurumon, one of the BT15 Metal Garurumon, one BT17 Wargreymon, and one BT14 Wargreymon. All of these can either reduce their play cost or warp off a rookie, so you're still keeping that style of just jumping from 3 to 6, or just, you know, allowing additional combos. I didn't want to just go with 2 each of these. I really want to keep these in the deck just for a little bit, just to see how they go. As I do like the ability to use the Metal Garurumons, go into this Wargreymon, swing quickly with the Wargreymon to do a quick check and a quick chip, remove an opponent's body on board, then do the end of turn DNA, go into Omnimon and go off from there. So I really do like that kind of like ability and option to have in the deck. Worst case scenario as well, like if I'm stuck or I can't, you know, if I can't do the Omni play or something like that nature, and like this is the only thing I have in my hand, I just have like Wargreymons, I can at least just warp an Agumon into this, you know, again, just remove an opponent's threat and keep a Wargreymon on board. A Metal Garurumon kind of like similar, just being able to stun your opponent's board, have a sticky level 6, as well as like getting like double evasion, that kind of thing, like literally just being a problem for your opponent to deal with. Being able to like triple stun things as well, as when digivolving, 3 of your opponent's Digimon and Tamers can't suspend until the end of their turn. Like if you're literally like, again, if you can't have the ability to go into a Omni, or you don't feel like Omni is the right time, you can just warp a Garu into this, stun 3 of your opponent's things, and just literally make it so like you're not playing on your next turn. I'm gonna get one more turn. So I just like the toolbox you can like feel with these kind of things. I'm prioritizing the Nokia Megas over like the Time Mat ones at the moment, as I just think like, you know, Time Mat fit the toolbox style, and Nokia's just like, nope, I'm doing Nokia things. Moving to the Megas, we're playing 3 copies of the EX9 Alter S. This card is still the best Omnimon right now. This card is like just absolutely crazy. So if you don't know what this card does, it can DNA with a blue level 6 and a red level 6 when digivolving, and if DNA digivolving, your opponent's cards don't affect this Digimon until the end of the turn. Then delete all of their Digimon at the highest level. If you are reading the card, if you have the card in hand, it's going to say Digimon. This is a mistranslation for the English side of the game, so it is literally cards. So for literally for that turn, your Alter S is untouchable. End of attack though, you may play a Greymon in its name or version 1 and a Garurumon in its name or version 2. In this deck, we're just literally going to be playing a Greymon and a Garuru. From this Digimon's evolution sources, if you did, put this card to the top of your security stack. And also you're playing the Megas for free, obviously, without paying costs. This card is absolutely phenomenal if you're able to get into this, keep turn, just do a quick swing. You're able to go into this, be untouchable, do a swing, like you're doing 2 checks, you're unsuspending, you're like killing things. End of attack, you're spitting yourself out, putting this to your security. You got your Greymon, you got your Wargrey Metal Garurumon. If you're playing the Nokia ones, you're getting your nice. If you're playing the Time Mat ones, you're getting 2 nice on plays as well. Then you can just do a quick DNA again, and then you like just keep on going. This card's absolutely phenomenal. Just really helps push for some OTK plays, and this is like literally the first one you want to go into. For the other Omnimon I'm playing in multiple copies of is obviously BT22 Omnimon. Like if I'm gonna be printing boxes, I'm printing the pretty old that, you know, hopefully maybe I might be able to get at least one of these. So this is the BT22 Omnimon. If you don't know what this card does, it is a blocker. It has decode level 3 red black and decode level 3 blue yellow. and it can evolve. It can DNA with a Garurumon in name and a Greymon in name for nothing, obviously, because it's DNA. But on play and when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. When Digivolving, for every 2 same level cards in this Digimon's evolution stack, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Then this Digimon may attack. So, you know, you're going to go into your Omni S play first, kill some things, do some swings, put yourself back into the security, spit out your 2 megas. You're going to go into your BT22 Omnimon, just bottom deck, like another threat on your opponent's board. Then you get to do a swing as well. Like, this card is just like the Omni deck is just, it's one of those things that it doesn't seem like it does much. Like, it's just like, yeah, you make your 2 megas, you DNA, and you punch your opponent in the face. Like, it's literally just what the deck does, but it's just so fun to do, and it's just so much fun to play that, yeah, I just really like playing this deck. With the last of the Digimon in the deck, I am still playing 1 copy of the BT17 Omni Ace. I just think having a nice ace target in your deck is just pretty handy, especially for Omnimon. If you're able to, like, if I was saying before, going into these 2 megas just to clear off an opponent's threat or stun your opponent's board, if they try to clap you back and you're still keeping your mega in play, you can just ace them if they're not going to see it coming. They probably will see it coming because you are playing Omnimon, but you never know. That's it for Digimon. Moving on to the Tamers, playing 4 copies of BT22 Nokia Shiramine. This card is just a vast improvement. Like, this is like the best upgrade you can get from like an old card. Like, so she is a mem setter. She is obviously a blue-red Tamer and cost 5, but again, mem setter. But start of your main phase and on play, if you have 1 or fewer Digimon in play, you may play 1 Agu or Gabu from your hand without paying the cost. It is literally Davis and Ken, but for Omnimon. Thank you very much, Cyber Sleuth. And all turns, all of your Digimon, Greymon and Garurumon or Omnimon in names get 1000 DP. The DP buff does matter, as again, in a format or in a game where this Royal Knights is still running around, there's a lot of big Digimon now that could potentially be in the security. Allowing your Omnis to be at least 16k, bare minimum, meaning that the only thing that's killing you in security in battle is Paladin modes, like, as far as I know. And like the Oriken modes. Those are the only things that are deleting you in security. Moving on, we're playing 2 copies of the BT5 Nokia though. This card is an absolute gem, absolute classic, and again, really, really love that I get to put this in the deck again. So if you don't know what this card does, as it is very old, 3 costs on play, and on play you may play a Agu or Gabu from your hand without paying the cost in main. When digivolving one of your Digimon into a card with Garurumon or Greymon or Omnimon in its name, you get to reduce the evolution by 1. It doesn't seem like much, but it does matter a lot. Allowing you to also have now 3 colors in your deck means that your BT20 Agumon can now warp digivolve. If you're having this and this in play, when you digivolve one of your if you use the Agumon to evolve for 4 memory, you're actually just clapping back 1 additional memory back. So you're actually doing it for 3 memory, and since this Nokia sets you to 3, meaning that you're still keeping turn, which is very, very strong, very, very handy. These War Greymons and Metal Garurumons also evolve for 4 memory. So again, just allowing you to keep that additional memory, gaining any additional memory back whenever you're doing your plays, even if it doesn't keep your turn, means that you are just giving your opponent less. So, sorry if I'm seeming out of breath today. I don't know why I'm just out of breath right now. So yeah, so we're playing 6 Nokias, meaning that these Metal Garurumon and War Greymons can just now naturally warp digivolve for their 6 memory more efficiently, and allowing you to start doing all of your plays. We are though still playing 2 copies of Tai and Matt from BT17, additional memory back when we are digivolving and on playing, 1 for each if we're having a Greymon and a Garurumon in play, meaning that if we have like all of these on board and we evolve one of these by warp digivolving, we are actually keeping turn once we start doing the other one back as well, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then allowing your Omnimons to attack at end of turn means that we can do a cheap quick swing with our Alt S, do 2 checks, restand, and if we still keeping turn, we get to do the attack again. But if we don't keep turn, we can then just do the 2 quick checks and then start putting ourselves back, which is very, very handy. Moving on to the option cards, we're playing still 4 copies of the Miraculous Mega Knight. It is our defensive option card still, and it's still absolutely phenomenal in the deck, allowing you to get a 3 additional rookie and also giving protection to your Wargreymons and your Garurumons. Still very important. 2 copies of Wisteria Members. We are primarily a blue and red deck. The only things we can't add off this card is our BT5 Nokias and our Ukamons, and obviously the other options in the deck. So in terms of Digimon, we actually just only can't add Ukamon. Actually, we also can't add the Black Agumon from the ST20. But we're being able to add everything else in the deck, which is still super, super important. So we're playing 2 copies of this. And the last 2 cards in the deck, I haven't really had much testing as of yet, but I've just been seeing everyone playing it, and the explanations as to why they're playing it just makes natural sense for me to try it out. So I do advise also everyone else, if you haven't tried this yet, to try it out in your Omni decks. It is 2 copies of Island Adventure. So what this card does is that while you have no face-up Island Adventures in security, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Security, so while it's in the security, it has this effect of all turns, all of your level 3 or higher Digimon get 2000 DP. So you're naturally making all of your guys 2k bigger, meaning that your Omnimons are now 17k at minimum, or potential minimum. If you don't include the Nokia, you're now 18, if you do include her, meaning that you're lifting everything in the security unless it's a security option card. But its main effect is that you can add the top card security to your hand and place this card face up as the top security card. What this card does is it combos so well with Alt S, is that the explanation I heard from oh god, I can't remember his YouTube channel, but yeah, like it was a very good explanation. It's like, why isn't he playing 4 copies of Alt S? These are 2 more copies of Alt S, because once you've done 1 Alt S, you just play the Island Adventure. Because Alt S puts itself as your top security card, you're just adding Alt S back and you're just putting Island Adventure where it was. And then you just get to do your Alt S again. It's having more copies of Alt S in your deck without bricking, which is absolutely phenomenal in that regards. The security effect though is also even fantastic for this deck, as it lets you just play a Tamer card from your hand without paying cost. So now our 5 cost Nokias are essentially 0 cost, because, or 2 costs effectively, as we're just using this for 2, and then once this card gets checked, we're getting the 3 Nokia, which is just absolutely brilliant. So I really want to try this card out. Is Huang Zero. That's the channel name. So Huang Zero, great YouTuber, great Digimon content creator. So do go check him out if you haven't checked him out already. He was a big inspiration for this deck as well. So again, big shout outs to him. He was like the main inspirations for like these 2 cards here, which is great. But yes, that is the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, big apologies for using proxies. I really try to not use proxies in any of my profiles. But again, we've just been having some unfortunate delays with our BT22 stock. But so I had to like get these cards printed and like profiled for you guys, so you have a good stepping point when you're moving into BT22 and you want to start building these decks. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you're doing with Omnimon. Are you going for the red-blue route? Are you going for the black route? Are you going for a pure Garurumon route? I've heard that's a thing. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's a thing. Do let me know down below what you're doing. So as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, as always, stay safe. And of course, happy dueling.